Hello everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you the pages that I created for my Rocky Mountain National Park Grand Lake scrapbook album. So you'll be able to find in the description below the playlist for all of the videos showing how I created all of these layouts. So let's flip through them and take a look at my album, okay? So this is the first page. It's an opening page, and it's a photo of the Rocky Mountain National Park sign. And I created this using Weekend Adventures, and I did a bunch of cuts from the Aurora collection on Cricut. So if you have Cricut access, you'll be able to have access to all of these cuts. So if you just put in Close to My Heart Aurora, all of these will come up for you. So I also threw in a little bit of Stampin' Up! Country Woods, and I cut the bears using the Country Woods, and my base is in Cajun Craze, and then this acorn paper is part of the Weekend Adventures collection, along with a sticker. And pretty simple layout, but I love the die cuts and or the Cricut cuts, and how that all turned out. So these letters are from the mini alphabet collection. This is a great die because all your letters cut in one pass. And I layered these, so I've got 3 layers, so they look a little bit more like chipboard. And all the paper is, it's Stampin' Up! Two-toned paper, and it cuts beautifully on the Cricut. So I encourage you to, if you have a Cricut, I encourage you to try this cardstock, and yeah, it cuts really nicely on the Cricut. So, okay, so this trip or long weekend that my husband and I took up to Rocky Mountain National Park was in 2017. I've made many visits since then, but I just never got around to scrapbooking this weekend. So yeah, so I'm glad this is all done. So this page was made with a combination of Weekend Adventures and the Cartabella Echo Park National Park collection. So you'll see I've combined these 2 collections in several layouts, along with an older Close to My Heart collection. So then I made some die cuts using the Scenic Adventure set, and the die in this is this tree line right here. And then I combined it with the bear and trees from the Cricut Aurora collection. And then I made some banners using Nested Essentials. And I cut some banners using the Cartabella papers. And then this is a rub-on. And if you haven't tried these, I highly encourage, give these a try. They're the Metallic Textures rub-ons, and they come in silver and gold, and you get 8 sheets and several designs. And they just, let me bring this closer to the camera. It's just such a wow factor. They transfer really easily. You don't need a tool. You just rub it with your finger, and they will transfer. And yeah, they're really nice and lots of fun to work with. So these pictures were from the day that we arrived. And we stayed at an old historically designated lodge, the Grand Lake Lodge. It's been around for over 100 years, and it is grand. And the cabins, however, that we stayed in, they're they're pretty basic. They've done a couple renovations, but they're small and cozy, but they had everything that we needed. So I stacked some flip flaps here, and I will attach these to the top of my page protector when I add these to my scrapbook album. So when it's in the final album, I will tuck this under and stick it to the top of my page protector. And then it will be kind of a waterfall or stacked photo. Assortment of all the scenery that was around. So the lodge sits up on the hill above the town of Grand Lake, and then the lake you can see below. So the view was amazing, and they have a swimming pool. They've since done more renovations, so it doesn't look like this anymore. But they do have like the terrace and then the overlook to be able to see the town and the lake, and it's just gorgeous. So I stacked these, and then I've also added, these are the matte dots, and they come in several colors, and I must have used them all because I could not find my package of dots. But they come in all the different colors that are in this collection. So I've scattered a whole bunch of these dots around, and then these little arrows are black die cuts from Close to My Heart. It's from their arrow collection. So I have those scattered around. And then this is part of the Cartabella Echo Park National Park collection. So they have this, and then on the back of it is a postcard. So this is where I did my journaling. So it will be on that flip flap. And then I snapped a picture of the inside of our room. And that was our day of arrival. So we will move on. Oh, and then also this is shimmer trim from Close to My Heart in black, but if you have black glitter paper, that works as well. Okay, so this is from the Weekend Adventures scrapbook kit, and I have changed it up a bit to work for my pictures, but the basic design, instead of just one side, I've duplicated it on the other. And so this is the exclusive paper that comes with that scrapbook kit, but you could also use Country Woods. And then I've used several of the stickers from that collection. And these are stickers from the National Parks collection from Cartabella. And this is an old Close to My Heart stamp called National Park Badges. So, yeah, and then I've added in, these are textured dots, adhesive back textured dots. But what we have now in this metallic finish, there are some hexagons that are part of the Gears and Textures collection, so you can still get something similar that's a masculine outdoorsy embellishment that's still available. So, and then stickers and banners from the Weekend Adventures scrapbook kit. Okay, so after we got to our hotel, we did a quick hike on the East Inlet trailhead, just outside of Grand Lake in Rocky Mountain National Park, and we went up to Adams Falls. It's a super easy hike, but it was a great thing to do for that afternoon after driving for a few hours to get there. And yeah, so snapped a few pictures, and we went down to the lake itself and dipped a toe. My husband wouldn't get in, but I had to at least put my feet in the water. So yeah, so it's freezing cold, so you don't want to swim in the lake, but dipping your toe is great, and just sitting on the dock and dangling your toes, that's good. So anyway, yeah, so that was that afternoon. And moving on, the next layout is the following day. So we got up and went into the park, and we did I think it was 7 or 8 mile hike up to Cascade Falls. And this layout was made with both the Rocky Mountain or the National Parks collection from Cartabella and Weekend Adventures, and then some of the stickers and embellishments from both the Weekend Adventures scrapbook kit and the regular collection. So I've got stickers here, and then I created some banners again with nested essentials, and I created a border strip here with these little X's and dots, and I used let me find it here, Weekend Adventures. I used this little stamp right here to create my border with early espresso tone-on-tone stamping, and then I added some other stamping using the Scenic Adventure stamps. And so I did clusters of trees in various colors, and then I used those matte dots again, and yeah, did some banner strip journaling, and created a little tab there. And I think that's everything. Did some inking around the edges of everything. This hike was really pretty, and my husband took lots and lots of pictures. I took pictures as well, so I had lots to choose from to scrapbook. Okay, so that was the beginning of the hike, and then we continued on. And let me get this other page here. Okay, we continued on with our hike up to the falls, and I packed a lot of pictures in here. I had printed my pictures in 4x6, so I wanted to be able to use as many of the original printing as I could. So lots of pictures along the way on that trail, and the marshy areas, we had to keep our eye out for any moose on the trail. We didn't see any. It was a little, moose like to go in these areas like at 5 a.m. So it was a little later in the morning. So we didn't encounter any moose, which was a good thing. We saw a moose later on the day. You'll see those pictures in a few minutes. So I used Weekend Adventures, and then I cut some scallops on my Cricut. And this is a Cricut cut. And then this is die cuts from Scenic Adventure. We've got the mountains here, and then the tree line, and some banner stickers, and then more stickers that are from the Weekend Adventures sticker collection, and then also more mountains and tree lines, and then this circle was from Stylish Shapes. So I cut that large circle out of that. Okay, more stickers and banners. Such a good hike. Okay, so then we got to our destination, and more pictures along the trail, and then Cascade Falls. So this layout was created with Weekend Adventures, and stickers, and more cardstock from the National Parks collection, more stickers, and yeah, just a mixture of both. And then these are the textured dots again to revisit. I think that's everything. And if you'd like to learn how to make this sunrise design, you can click on the playlist or click on the specific video, and I'll show you how that's made. And the ribbon here is from the Mossy Meadow and Gold trim. And then I used another Cricut cut scallop border. Okay, next up, so after we finished our hike, we went and had lunch, and then we drove up to the top of Trail Ridge Road. Gotta do that. No visit is complete without a drive up to the top of Trail Ridge. And then there's a little, I don't know, I think it's about 1/4 mile hike or stairs up to the very top where you reach your 12,000 feet elevation. So this was made with a combination of an old Close to My Heart collection called Jack, and I combined it with Weekend Adventures. And let's see, the letters I cut using, let me find them, the alphabet a la mode. And again, I stacked them so that they're more like chipboard. And then created banners and out of the Jack collection. And I pulled some embellishments from Weekend Adventures. And these are the old black and white acrylic dots from Close to My Heart, but I believe there are some available through Stampin' Up! As well. And then I cut these banners again using Nested Essentials. When I do scrapbook layout, I like to stick to the same collection of tools and dies and stamps and papers, just to keep continuity throughout the scrapbook and all the different layouts from layout to layout. So, you know, like this one, I introduced this Close My Heart Jack collection, but it has a lot of the same colors as Weekend Adventures and also with the National Parks collection. So then right here, I haven't put them in flip-flops yet, but they will be. I stacked some pictures to add. And then we'll have this one. To add that to my layout. And we stopped at the visitor center at the top. And then we made our way back down. And whenever there's a traffic jam in Rocky Mountain National Park, or a national park in general, it usually means there's something to see. So there was a moose far from the road, and my husband used his long lens and got that picture. So yeah, he wasn't too close, which was good. And just enjoying a little lunch there, and we snapped his picture and took some more pictures of the meadow in that area. It's so pretty up there. So again, I have flip-flops of the scenery, and then I just generated a funny story from ChatGPT about some details were true, some details were exaggerated, but the night before, there's a game room at the lodge, and we went down there to play board games, and late that night, there was a wedding going on at the lodge, and so I guess the smell of food attracted a bear, and the bear just kind of, the door was propped open to the game room, and he just poked his nose in and, you know, took a look and realized the food wasn't in that room and turned around and left. But everybody that was in the room was rather stunned. We all just froze, and then he turned around and left. So anyway, kind of funny. And I embellished the story a little bit and put it in my journaling there. These papers are from the Jack collection, Lumberjack collection from Cartabella Echo Park along with stickers, and then I used some gold glitter paper, used a zip strip from Close to My Heart. I cut these banners again, revisiting this favorite die collection, Nested Essentials, and then I did some clusters of stickers from the National Parks collection, and then a circle I cut with stylish shapes out of that jack paper and layered on a few stickers to create a cluster. And then I used some more of the black and white dots from Close to My Heart to create this layout. Okay, and that was our last day. And to close out my scrapbook, I did a single page layout of all of the wildflowers that I snapped pictures of on our hike and both hikes, and just everywhere I saw some, I snapped several pictures. And so this is a compilation of all those wildflower pictures, and I created this layout using Weekend Adventures, and so I layered the different patterned cardstocks. I cut this on my Cricut, and if you just key in to access Rocky Mountain National Park, this will come up. On the specific video for this layout, I have put the numbers that you can find this specific Cricut cut, and if you have access, you can duplicate that. And then I cut these scalloped borders using a Close My Heart die, a scalloped border die, but you can also use your Cricut to cut something similar. And then I've got stickers from Weekend Adventures, and then more of those textured dots. Yeah, pretty simple, but pretty, and yeah, that die really makes an impact. So and that's it. So that is my Rocky Mountain National Park Grand Lake Adventure scrapbook, and you can catch the playlist for all the videos to see how each individual layout was created, and then hit the more button on those videos to get a supply list with links for everything that I used to create this scrapbook. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I'd sure appreciate it. It would help me out, and then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And thanks for watching.